In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into mutants, but as they are very dangerous monsters, I'm going to create a safe base for each of them. Right up front, I can see an ocean, and the first mob I'm going to transform will be a tropical fish. I'm here with the fish, and I'm going to turn it into a piranha, and the first thing I'm going to do is erase all its sides, starting by adding the body, another part, and one last part of the body. Add the back, an eye for our fish, an eyebrow. The other eye, another eyebrow. Create the top of the fish's head, the bottom, and add the mouth. After doing that, add the teeth, larger teeth in the front and others on top. Add a fin on the left side, another on the right, one more at the back, and on the right side, add a tail and the tail fin. This fish is a piranha, but I'm also going to make it inspired by the lanternfish, so I'm going to add the handle and the lantern, and this animation of our fish standing still, swimming, and attacking. Before I add it to Minecraft, I need to take a safety measure. I'm going to create a secure base for it so that it doesn't harm anyone, because otherwise something like this could happen. So our secure base will be a giant aquarium. Now I need to dig it down. I've planned the entire area of our habitat so we can build the aquarium. Alright, I've excavated all the soil, and now I have to do the same for the stone. With what's left, I managed to get some iron, so I'll place this crafting table on the ground, and I'll make a furnace to heat up this iron, and I'll make 2 iron buckets. After that, I'll come to the front and get 2 buckets of water, and now I'll create an infinite water source. I filled the entire aquarium with water. I'll surround it with blocks to prevent any water leakage. I'll get sand to make glass to create the panel for our aquarium, and the color I'm going to use for our panel will be cyan blue. Fortunately, in this biome, there are some flowers right up front with this color. Let's get all these flowers, and I'll put them to melt in our furnace. First, I'm going to turn all of this into dye, and I'll surround everything with this glass. I kept adding all the glass to the aquarium. It's done. Our aquarium is complete. So, I've finished all the decorations for our scene. Now I'm going to make black concrete. Just put them here in the water, and I can get it now. Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to fill everything here with black concrete. Now our aquarium is done. So I made all the decorations for our scene. I added sand, fish, and also seaweed. And the piranhas are right here in the front. Let me come here and get them. Here's a couple of piranhas. So, let's grab this one and this one. They're kind of aggressive, hitting me, so let me put on my chest plate. And I'll leave them here for now and open a hole here where they're quite aggressive. Now I'm going to bring these 2 piranhas inside. I managed to bring 1 piranha inside, so come over here now. You have to bring the other. Alright, I managed to bring the 2 piranhas inside, so let's close this area with glass as well before they run out. So let's close it here, and to make it look nice, I'll plant a tree here and use some bone meal for it to grow. And our piranha habitat is ready. But this was just the first one. Now let's create another mob, stepping a bit out of our ocean. We'll find a sniffer right up front because it will be the next one. Imagine how cool it's going to be. A mutant sniffer. Here's our sniffer. I'm going to turn it into a more specific dinosaur, a triceratops. Start by adding a foot, another cube diagonally. It has 6 legs, so add 1 more cube, another one, and 1 more. We have to do this 4 more times. Add the body of the sniffer with some leaves. Make a smaller cube at the back and add some leaves. 1 on top, 1 on the left side, another, and 1 more on top. Repeat on the other side, adding more leaves. After that, I'm going to add its tail. So I add a cube, another smaller one, and some feathers. Once I've started, I'll create the head. Add another cube, the leaves, and others on the sides. Add the sniffer's head, the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the teeth, and more teeth. After doing that, I make it more rounded, and it's already looking great. But now I'll also add an eyebrow. So put a cube diagonally, another one straight, and a detail on the eyebrow. The same thing on the other side. A cube diagonally, another straight, and a drawn one because it got an eyebrow design. Add a horn and another on the right side. This is our sniffer animation. When it's still, it lies down. When it's running, it attacks. I'll have to clear this whole area up front to create the sniffer's location. But first, let me mark out how I think it's going to be. Since the sniffer is a giant prehistoric animal, it's going to need a large path. So the habitat will extend up to here. Now let me open this. It's going to be the entrance to our habitat. To fill the ground, I'll use some dirt, and I'll put it in the middle to create some variation. I'll open some holes like this and fill them up. I've done all the scene decoration. I'll grab some leaves up front. After getting the leaves, I went to the nether, and right up front we have some leaves that we can use, like this block, which is perfect for the sniffer's floor. I'll grab some wood. Now I'll fill the entire floor with this nicer block, placing it in various places, and it matches the sniffer's color perfectly. After that, I'll break this block and start putting down this much prettier one. I built the entire wall using blue trees, yellow concrete, leaves, and netherrack. I'm just finishing by adding the last few leaves here, and our habitat is ready. I just need to do a few more things, like decorating with some mushrooms and flowers, so let's put them in this corner. It looks perfect. Right up front, we can find 2 sniffer couples. Let's grab these 2 sniffers and take them to our habitat. Look at how cute they are. Let's bring them inside. It's done. I hope they really like their new home and their habitat is complete. Now, let's move on to our next mob, and the next next one we're going to transform is the squid. To turn the squid into a mutant, I decided to take inspiration from the kraken, the monster of the seven seas. Let's start by adding the kraken's tentacle. The first part of the leg, another tentacle, and a bunch more tentacles. I'll repeat this several times, and after that I'll add that little plate that surrounds our kraken and add some more details around it. After that, I'll, so to speak, create the body of our kraken. We need to make the head, so I'll go up one cube, add an eyebrow, the kraken's head, a cube diagonally, another diagonally to the right, and one more cube in the middle. That's it. The kraken is done. This is its animation, when it's still swimming and attacking. However, when it attacks, it will be different. It will pull you underwater, and our kraken is complete. It's underwater, so I have to be careful because when it starts doing that, it begins pulling me. My goodness, get out of here. My goodness, he almost took me away. I think this is the perfect moment for me to catch him because he's emerging from underground. So let's go here with our rope and catch him and take him to our habitat. We're almost back at our base, and I won't create a habitat for our octopus because I already have this huge aquarium that can fit more than just our piranha. Let me clear the path. I'll create a fence and leave him here for now. I have to enter here because I need to make a territory division. One side will have the piranha and the other will have the squid. I've divided it in half. That's how it's going to be. Now I'll open up a space to put the squid in. Isn't it bizarre? In reality, I have a pet kraken. This is crazy when you think about it, but you know what's even crazier? Over 90% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. I'll create some slabs here to put the kraken inside and make a little pathway like this. Let's use the lasso to pick him up and take him inside. So kraken, this will be your new home. I really hope you like it. Now I'll just close this glass here and we're on to the next one. Right up ahead we have the Enderman, and it's the next mob I'm going to transform into an evolved one. This little guy is already eerie, so just imagine how mutant he's going to look. I'll start by adding the Enderman's little foot. Now, a piece of the leg and the other part. After that I need to do the other side, so I add another cube just like the other one diagonally, and the first part of the skin. Finally, I finish with the second part. Add the waist, the body, and let's make the arm. I add a big cube and an even bigger one, and then I just make the hand with some fingers. To make the hand on the other side, I do the same thing. A big cube, another even bigger one, and the hands. Finally, I add the Enderman's head. This is the animation of the Enderman when he's still. When he's attacking, it looks like he's dusting something off, and when he's running. Now let's go and create his habitat. To make the Enderman biome, I'll trim these vines with scissors. Now we need to go to the end. I'm here in the end because I need to gather some end stone. I've collected a good amount of end stone. After that, I'll destroy this nether portal. Now I'll mark the area. Since the Enderman isn't a very large mob, this size is perfect. I've filled everything with end stone, and it's more or less done. Now I'll make end stone and place it in some random spots. There you go, it looks quite nice. I went back to the end and picked up some obsidian, then built some obsidian towers. Now it's ready. I'll create my nether portal here, and it fits perfectly with this biome. Take a look. Now, the only thing left to do is to bring the new Endermen, and they're right here in front. Let me capture them with my lasso and bring them back to our base. Now, let's move on to the next one. Next one. I'm here in the swamp biome because the next mob I'm going to transform is the zombie. To turn the zombie into a mutant, I'll draw inspiration from the mutant creatures mod. Let's start by adding a part of the leg, the shorts. After completing one leg, we need to do the other, so I add another piece of the leg and one on top. With that done, let's work on the bottom. I add a cube diagonally and another larger one on top, also diagonally. Now it's time to create the arm. I add another cube and extend the arm, and then a smaller stump. Let's add some finger details. After doing this, we need to create the other hand. I add another cube, another smaller one, and a hand with some fingers. Now let's make the head. I add a part of his head, the top teeth, and finalize it by adding more teeth. This is the animation of our zombie, standing, running, and attacking, where it gives you a punch right on top of your head. To create our next habitat, let's start right here. I've already built the path, and I'll create some coarse dirt to mark the location for our zombie habitat. I think this size should work well. I'll alternate between regular dirt and coarse dirt, creating a small slope. Upon further consideration, this size seems a bit small, so we'll need to expand it a bit. Since this is the zombies area, I'm creating some small graves here. With these graves done, I'm heading to the jungle biome to gather some of these trees. I'll pick up some stripped ones and some regular ones. I'm now in the desert to collect some dead bushes for our decoration. I'll also pick up some cacti to make glass. I'll place these dead bushes on the ground. With that done, I'll start filling the area around here with these jungle wood blocks, and our zombie habitat is complete. Let's head back to the swamp biome to retrieve our new zombies. Right in front of us are the two new zombies, and we'll bring them to their new habitat. We're almost there, and we just need to place them inside. Oops, one got away. Let's close this off with this green glass, and the zombie habitat is finished. We've created all the habitats. If you enjoyed the video, watch the one next to it. In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into dinosaurs. Right here in front of me, I have 5 characters that I need to transform. The first one is the Brachiosaurus. The camel is the character with the longest neck in Minecraft, so I'll be turning it into a Brachiosaurus, and the Brachiosaurus is a massive dinosaur. As you can see, it doesn't even fit on the screen, unless I come here and shrink it down. Okay, now you can see it. So the first thing I'm going to do in my 3D modeling program is to add a cube, just like this. I'll rotate it a bit and move it over here, like so. Done. After that, I'll add another piece for the second part of the foot and start creating the claws. I'll finish up just like this and add another one on this side. A bit more, another claw, and another one. Now I'll add 2 more. With that done, I'll make the top of the heel. Add it like this, and close it off with a cube on this side. I'll add the first part of its leg, and then I'll add 2 more cubes to make its thigh. Well, what, this part of the leg is too small, right? I know it looks big, but for a Brachiosaurus, this is way too small. So I'll go here and increase the size. Once that's done, I'll select everything and duplicate it on the other side. Now, with both legs in place, I need to start adding its body, which is neither too big nor too small. I'll add the first cube, angled like this, another one on top, and keep going. 1 more leg in the front, and done. After that, I'll select everything again and duplicate it on the other side. Now let's start on the tail. I'll add it like this, and it's a pretty big tail, not bigger than the Brachiosaurus's neck, but still really large. I'll finish it off here, smaller at the tip. Done with that, I'll add its neck. Another part of the neck, a cube on top to fill it in, and another on the side. I'll add another part on top, and another, smaller, and even smaller, finishing off with a larger one here. I'll start adding its mouth, the top part, another piece here for some 3D detailing, and another one. Adding these pieces, done. I know it looks like a duck right now, but if I tweak it a bit, now it's starting to take shape. I'll finish it here, and add this part for the eye, and it's done. If I clap my hands, I paint the entire Brachiosaurus, and it's ready. Check out the comparison between a regular player and the Brachiosaurus, and here's how its animation looks while walking. It moves pretty quickly for its size, and when it's standing still, it opens its mouth, wags its tail, and moves its little legs for a more natural vibe. When it attacks, it looks like it's swinging back and forth. Hard to describe exactly. And right over there is the Brachiosaurus, and wow, he is gigantic. My goodness, what a noise he's making. What's going on? Oh my goodness. He's making my entire Minecraft world shake. Whoa, he's really huge. Oh my goodness. Oh no, he's going to destroy my world. Don't do it, Brachiosaurus. I got a little closer to him, and wow, he is gigantic. Just look at his size compared to me. Whoa, I'm smaller than his arm. My goodness, this Brachiosaurus is really massive. I just had an idea. I'm going to make a habitat for him to live in. I entered my world in creative mode, so now I can build the habitat where the Brachiosaurus is going to live. And if I use this magic hand, I can mark the entire area. So I'm going to open up this whole area here and create a giant lake for him to stay in. I'll make a place that's about his size. So let's go over here and start building everything. Done. The size of the giant lake is ready. Now I'll be using these 4 blocks here to fill up the lake. Now every time I click with my magic wand on this grass, I'll be drawing a design. First, I'll paint this little section. And now this entire stone part. And there we have it, our pit for the dinosaur is done. Now I'll select with the axe from here to here, and I'll fill all of this with water. Now the water flows down here. Next, let's fill it with a bunch of trees like this. And after adding all the trees, I'll add some little stones around. Now we just need to bring him over here. Let's guide him in. Come on, come here. That's it. Our dinosaur has a habitat just for him. Leave a comment on what score you'd give to our dinosaur habitat. And there we go. Our Brachiosaurus is 100% complete. Now the next one we're going to make is the Triceratops. And the mob that I'll turn into the Triceratops is the Sniffer. It has a body quite similar, and in a previous video, I even made the Sniffer into a mob similar to a Triceratops. So let's open the 3D program. I've left the character as it is for now because since they're dinosaurs, we have to make them bigger than this. It's my challenge. Alright, so the next one we're doing is the Triceratops. And unlike the Brachiosaurus, this one has a thin neck but a huge body and a big intimidating head with a scary horn. I'll start by adding another cube here, 1 more in the front, and making that foot shape you're all familiar with. Once that's done, I add a small part on top, another piece on the side to finish it off, and 1 more cube as the first part of the leg. Just the leg alone is almost bigger than our player. Then I add another piece in the back to give it more 3D depth. I'll add another part of the foot, 1 more piece on top, another one, and finish it with this one here. Just 1 more on the side so it doesn't look odd, and I'll start adding parts of the body, another section, and keep going until here. I'll select the entire leg and duplicate it to the other side. Once that's done, I'll add a part for the belly and keep building it up. Done! The body part is coming together. Now I'll add the first part of the tail, which is quite big, then a smaller piece, and a tiny one to finish it. I'll add 1 more small piece, and that completes the tail. Now I'll make a front leg too, and done. The difference here is the foot position. I'll push it back a bit and bring it closer, then then I'll duplicate it on the other side. Now, let's start adding the first part of the neck to build the head, which is pretty simple. I'll add pieces here for the mouth, one on top, one on the side, another here, and one more to finish it. It's got a kind of crab-like mouth, hard to describe. One more on top, and with that done, I'll duplicate it to the other side. Let's rotate it a bit and position it here. It's already starting to look like the Triceratops, but it has a crest if you look closely. So I'll add the crest and keep duplicating it. Done. Now just finish it off with the horn, one on this side, and now I'll add some spikes, so I'll place a cube here on top and a few more on the sides. And our Triceratops is done. I'm working on the animations. I'll finish painting it and show it to you in Minecraft. Right here I can already see the Triceratops, and it turned out huge. Look at its size. For the Triceratops, I only made a walking animation because, I don't know if you knew this, but it's a peaceful animal. Since it was an herbivore, eating only plants and leaves, it lived in calm areas with acai, with palm trees and water to survive. So that's the habitat I'll have to recreate here in Minecraft. This area here is for the Brachiosaurus. So I'll make the Triceratops habitat right here. I built some palm trees. I'll place one more tree here, and another on this side, right about here. Now, I'll remove this tree. I'm going to dig a hole here to make a little stream. There we go, at roughly this size for the hole. Now I'll add some details around, alternating between these two blocks. I'll put some bone meal around here, and a few little stones. And now, every time I press here on the ground, I'll be adding a new texture. Done, just like that. Finally, I'll add water all over, and I'll add some bamboo for him to eat. And that's it. 100% complete. The Triceratops biome is ready. Whoa, it turned out way better than the Brachiosaurus biome. Look at this, there you go. Enjoy your new home. Just come over here. Come on, come here. And the biome is completely done. Now, the next one we're going to make is the Velociraptor. And for him, I'll transform this tiny horse, because with it, we can reach speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour. Who would have thought that such a small creature could be so fast? Alright, let's go to the program. Now I'll create the Velociraptor, the fastest dinosaur of them all. I'll start by adding a cube, a small leg here on this side, and then I'll create the other leg. Done. His heel is smaller, so I'll add it here. One more small part, and finish up with the first section of the leg, then another one. I'll add one more over here and angle it to this side. Let's make the leg a bit thicker. And now, with a touch of magic, I'll add his body. I'll make the tail, and once that's done, I'll duplicate it to the other side, and I've finished the entire Velociraptor. I added the arms, details on the claws, the head, and it's coming together. I'll finish up his teeth here. One more small part, and complete it here, just adding the side teeth. And our Velociraptor is ready. Here's his walking animation. And here he is attacking, where he kind of swipes with his arms. And here he is standing still, looking around. Right in front of me, I can already see the Velociraptor. And it turned out pretty big. Not as huge as the others, but still gigantic. And there's something really cool about him, besides being super fast. Look at that. Wow, he's really fast. I can even ride on top of him. So, yes, I can have the Velociraptor as a pet. Comment if you also dream of having a Velociraptor as a pet. But wow, he's so fast that I can barely control him. Easy, Velociraptor. Let's go this way. And here in front of me is where I'm building the habitats for these creatures. It's just a little tricky to control this dinosaur, huh? But alright, let's bring him over here, set up a fence, and tie him here so he doesn't escape. No, don't run away. You're staying right here. Done, I'll leave him here. And the Velociraptor's habitat, as you can see here on the side, is a desert habitat in a region known as the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. So, to build it, I'll use these 4 blocks. Regular sand, mesa biome sand, and these 2 polished blocks. The first thing I'll do is remove this tree. So I'll build a few blocks here to cover the ground and create the base for his habitat. Now I'll add a little depression here, there, something like this. It has to be a pretty large habitat since he's not exactly small. Now I'll add a few details around to make the habitat more 3D, and I'll alternate between these blocks here. Done. Now we'll add some extra details around with dead bush. I'll add a small pond here for him to drink water, but not too big since it's the desert. Alright, this is just enough, and I'll add a few trees around. And there we go. The Velociraptor biome is 100% complete. Don't forget to comment what you think about each biome. If your favorite was the Brachiosaurus biome, leave a comment. If you liked the Triceratops biome the most, hit that subscribe button. And if your favorite was the Velociraptor biome, don't forget to leave a like. Now, let's untie him and set him loose in his new habitat. Wow, these dinosaurs are gigantic. He almost doesn't fit in here, but he's 100% ready. Now, let's move on to the next one. And the next one on our list is one of my favorites too, the T-Rex. Whoa, just saying the name gives me chills, and I'm going to transform him into this chicken. Now, you might ask, why a chicken? It's because many say that the animal dinosaurs evolved into was the chicken. So, let's go to the program and transform the chicken. And now, it's time for the most anticipated one, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, or T-Rex. And I'm sure this one is going to be much bigger than this player here. The T-Rex's leg looks kind of like a chicken leg, so I'll just add a thin little foot here, a front part, and another here, and rotate it to the sides. See? I told you, it really looks like a chicken leg. Then I'll add the first part of the foot, the first part of the leg, and another piece on top. Done. Now I'll start adding part of the body, duplicate the leg to the other side, and let's make the tail. Just add a tail like this, and there we go. Our tail is done. I'll add a piece for the torso, and another little piece. Now, I'll add those tiny little arms that the T-Rex has. I'll add a cube right here, another on the side, and bring it over here like this. One more piece here. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. Now I'll add a part for the head, another part, one on top, and one more to finish the bottom. I'm finishing the mouth, so I'll add a piece here, another one, and now I'll add his teeth. I'll put some teeth here on this part and finish up here as well. Now that that's done, I'll add a cube here to be the T-Rex's eyebrow. It's a feature that really stands out. I'll duplicate it to the other side, and there we have it, the T-Rex. I added these big scary eyes, and he's ready. Let's see how he looks in Minecraft. Whoa, I can already see him up ahead, guys. And I'm speaking quietly because now I'm in survival mode, and he's an aggressive creature. Look at him, coming right at me. Get away, dinosaur. I'm going to take him down. Let's go. Oh no, I can't even get close to him. Whoa, he's really strong. Get away, get away. Ah, no, he can swim too. No, he's way too powerful. I'll grab some blocks and try attacking him from above. Let's see if I can do it, or if I'm going to die. But hey, it's worth a try, right? Let's climb up here. Oh no way, he's way too big. All right, I give up. I'll go build his habitat. You're too strong, T-Rex. I surrender. I'll build his habitat far from the others because he's a totally aggressive animal. So let's build his habitat over here. The T-Rex was a carnivorous and giant dinosaur that lived in areas with semi-tropical temperatures and high humidity. He lived in places with forests, open spaces, and near rivers, where there were other herbivorous animals he could easily hunt. So I'll use these blocks here to create a kind of swamp biome while keeping the Minecraft essence. Let's dig a big hole to make his habitat. Above it, I'll build a sort of cave for him to stay in. I'll add some details around to make it more 3D or was here as well for better perspective. There, to make it look more like a cave. Now I'll add some huge bones to symbolize like another dinosaurs that, well, didn't survive. Put a rib bone here, finish it off like this. I'll make a small river here for him, just like this. There we go. Now I'll fill it with water. I'll add some dead leaves. And the dinosaur's habitat is done. Now let's put the T-Rex here. And it's 100% complete, right? It should be a little bigger, because the T-Rex isn't that small. Look, I fit right inside his mouth. Ha ha ha. Oh wow. This is really scary. So, this is a different kind of video. I made it a bit in creative mode. I don't know if you guys liked it, or if you prefer survival mode. But let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, I believe, is just to press this lever here. So, let me press it. Wait, what's that? Sound of dynamite? What's going on? Oh no, it exploded everything here. But anyway, leave a like and comment on other dinosaurs you want me to create, and go check out this video that's showing up on your screen. This one is the mammoth, a prehistoric 4-meter animal. It is extremely giant. And this one, inside this huge aquarium, is the megalodon, which is 18 meters tall. And I will recreate these 5 crazy mobs here in Minecraft, starting with the first, the easiest, and one of the most well-known, which is the saber-toothed cat. And I will transform it into this jaguarundi because both are extremely fast. If I put it in survival mode, it runs away. Okay, to start transforming the jaguarundi and the saber-toothed cat, we will begin by erasing all these parts of it because I will create something much better from scratch. So I will add a paw here, another part on top, a piece in front, larger on top, and now I will paint it with this color here. After that, I add some details here for the feet, move this here to the back side, another one to the other side, and one in front. Now I add a part of the body here, a larger one in the front, and one like this. After that, I finish with an even larger one. I will add a part for the head here, another part, and a detail on top to make a sort of 3D eye. Now I add an ear on this side and one on the right side. Having done that, I add a part here on top for the nose, a part here at the bottom for another part of the mouth, some details, and the saber tooth is finished. The saber tooth may look strong, but if we take it, for example, to this biome right next to it, it starts to catch fire and dies right there. That's because it only survives in cold environments. Therefore, in this entire area, I will create the biomes for our character from today's video. So the main blocks I will use are these here to make the biome. That's exactly how I will build its base. I added these blocks and made this little place here as you can see it being built. So now that it's finished, I placed a skull here to symbolize it as a dangerous animal, and I will also write on this plaque, Danger, Sabertooth. And now I will take a red color and paint here like this, and his habitat is ready. We will spawn 2 of them here inside, and the names I will give to the subscribers are Emilio Alvarez and Esterortis HB8XS. I have a very cool announcement to make for you guys. If you want a chance to participate in the video and also get Minecraft for free, keep watching the video because I will explain how soon. The next on our list will be the dodo, and I will transform the dodo into this chicken here, like this. Now I have the chicken inside the program, and what am I going to start doing? I will paint it all gray like this. So now that I've done that, I will add a piece of a leg here, another smaller one, a smaller part, and one more here, like this, to make the dodo's leg this way. Now, I will paint this part with this color, duplicate it to the other side, and then I will slightly increase the size of the chicken to the side. After that, I will make a wing here like this, and now here like this. I will add a small detail to make its head, so I will add it rotated like this, and here I will add the detail of its head like this. Done. Now that we are doing this, let's add some texturing details. And guys, now in Minecraft, when you spawn a chicken, the dodo will appear. And look how it turned out. I will spawn 2 dodos because something very cool happens. If we break some plants here to get a seed and give this leaf to this one and another to this one, they will reproduce. It spawns its offspring, which is much smaller, and it also came out a little darker than its parents. Let's take a look. Yes, you can see that its shade is a little different, but it's very funny because it has tiny little arms. And the cool part is that every time I attack the dodo, it attacks me back. Look at this. It gives me a little peck and applies nausea for 2 seconds. But anyway, go make the habitat for our dodo. So now I will show you how I made the habitat. I started by adding a base for the ground, then I added some trees, some details, and built up some layers. It turned out more or less like this. I put some snow inside, and also some flowers, some lanterns to decorate the whole area. And the cool thing is that we can go directly from the saber-tooth base to the dodo. That turned out amazing. So let's spawn a dodo inside here and see how the place looks now with the texturing mod. Wow, this turned out really cool. It deserves a 9 out of 10 too. I just won't give it a 10 because even crazier mobs are coming in this video. And well, the name I'm going to give to this subscriber is Caroline Moreira, and you will be Dzon B9P. And that's it. And remember, I told you that you can get Minecraft for free by watching the channel. So the more people comment and like the videos, the more chances they have to participate. And I can see here who commented the most. So if you always watch the videos until the end, you'll have a chance to win. I will be releasing Minecraft for you guys at the end of this month. So far, the person who commented the most this month is Aliwan's Journey with 126 comments. And while you can take advantage of these 2 habitats to leave a comment, I just want to note that you found the Doo-Doo Pro and also the Sabertooth. So now that the Doo-Doo is done, let's move on to the next one, which is the Caveman, and it's going to be really cool to do this inside Minecraft. So I could be transforming the Caveman into a villager, but he's not aggressive and doesn't cause any damage to us. And I want to do it on an aggressive mob, so I will look for a pillager outpost. So guys, I am now arriving at the pillager outpost. And what we are going to transform is the pillager itself, which will look very cool because just imagine the caveman attacking like a pillager. This will look very good, but let's go ahead and do this transformation in the program. Well, I am here with the pillager, and the first thing we will do is paint this part of his face with this beige color. So, we will paint this upper part and also the lower part. So, I will finish painting everything here and show you how it turned out. Now, I have just finished painting everything, and what we will do is remove this little part of the eye. Now, we will add a brown eyebrow. And now that I have done that, I will slightly reduce the size of his nose so it doesn't look too big. Yes, more or less like this, like that. Having done that, I will move this eyebrow and this eye slightly upward. I think it will look better and give us more space to work with. So, now we will do the following. We will paint this entire arm part with the same brown color and also the foot area. And now, here in this part, I want to make it look like a jumpsuit that cavemen used. So, I will paint everything on the side here, filling it in neatly. The same on the back and also on the other side. Having done that, I will erase this part to make it look like his clothes are torn. So I just tore this part of the clothes, and after doing that, I will add those black dots he has. So add them here like this, on the back, and also on the left side. Now that we have done that, I will add 2 cubes here, because we will make his beard. So, I will finish filling it in like this. I'm going to take and erase this part here because I'm going to make kind of a mouth. Since he's a caveman, I'll make his posture a little more crooked, more or less like this. Now I've finished all of him, I just need to add some painting details for his hair. And guys, I added some texturing details, and the caveman is 100% ready. I added this stick for him to hold. Now, I will do the following. I will throw this hand up here and this part back here to make him hold the stick for his walking animation. Then, I throw one leg forward, the other back, and one arm back. I go to the second keyframe, move this forward, this back, move this arm forward, copy everything, and paste, basically like this. So, well, he will walk more or less like this. And look, I can already see him in front. Oh wait, this is attacking me. It looks like he's shooting an arrow. Damn, this looks very strange because, after all, look, it's the pillager. So he's attacking with a stick and an arrow. I think I should have made a spear, but his model turned out really cool. And look at him coming at us, how it is. Oh man, let me dodge here. Dear Lord, calm down. They are quite strong. He's leaving me with low health. So good. Eat another fish to recover our health. And damn, he finished me. But well, he turned out extremely awesome. I give it a 10. And what grade would you give? Remember to comment there so you can compete for Minecraft. You can comment as many times as you want, you just have to watch the entire video. So now here in front, where we've already made the saber-tooth habitat and Dodo's habitat, I'll go to the back where, since he's a caveman, I'll make a cave just for him. So I'll do the following. I'll open a hole here like this so we can make our caveman's cave. I roughly leveled it here, and the hole for his house will look something like this. Now I'll take and paint everything inside with blocks, creating a somewhat random texture. Around here, I'll fill everything with stone, take some fence blocks and place them around to look like the cave's pillars holding it open. I'll put a campfire in the middle, some wood to serve as the benches where they'll sit, add a peeled wood inside to detail the cave, and finally, I'll add some details, smoothing out the surroundings a bit and adding small decorative touches. I'll show you how it looks once it's done. So, guys, the place will look like this. I was going to add a few more details, but I think it would be too decorated and wouldn't make much sense since the theme is Neanderthal. They are an older kind of people, right? So, let's spawn one here and another one as well, and look how creepy it looks if you have a shadow mod. Imagine us coming from here and arriving at the cave with these 2 Neanderthals. That's scary, but good. The name I'm going to give this caveman is Benjamin Pooley, and you will be Alejandro Monroy. And remember, comment for a chance to participate and also to be entered into the Minecraft contest. The next thing we're going to do is one of the most well-known prehistoric animals, the mammoth. So, let's go to the program to make the Ravager on the mammoth. Now I'm here with the Ravager on the show, and what I'm going to do is paint it all brown. Now I'm going to throw this head up, remove this nose, and here on this part, I'll add something like its tusks. So I'll add it like this, move it forward, and stretch the size once more. Now, I'm gonna make the tomb that it has. So I'll take this, shrink this cube very much, duplicate it again, place it like this, then a smaller one, a little smaller, and increase the size again. Now, the mammoth is starting to appear. After that, I'll add an eye with black detail like this. Now, I'll duplicate a cube on top. I'll place it like this, increase it a little, and now I'll work on its legs. So I'll add like this, increase it a little, add some detail to the foot, and after some adjustments, its design is ready. I'll just add some texturing details. Our mammoth is done. Guys, here in front, we can already see the mammoth. I just won't put it in survival mode, because it's the Revenger, and whether I want to or not, it will attack me. Look at how he's walking. He turned out very cute. And the cool thing is that we can also ride on the mammoth. So look how crazy I look walking with it. Damn, this thing turned out huge. Comment if you'd like to ride a mammoth too. So for the mammoth, I will put it to live here along with the pillager. So let's spawn it here, and the name I will give to this subscriber will be Magna Isabel Barrientos. But before we move on to the next one, if the mob you like the most is the mammoth, leave your like on the video. And the last on our list will be the megalodon. So let's go down here where there's a river in front of us to find a character to transform. And down here, we have a tiny fish. I will transform this harmless little fish into a megalodon. So to keep the video from being too long, I will just narrate how I made the megalodon. I started by adding its head, then made some teeth and fins, some on the front and some on the back, added its tail, and kept detailing the texturing. And guys, now that the tropical fish has been transformed, if we look in the sea, it's full of them. But of course, I won't leave it this size. Yes, this size. Look at how big this megalodon is. What would you do if you found this animal here in Minecraft? Well, and how did it become so giant? Wow, it spawned another one. And since it became so giant, its habitat also has to be gigantic. That's why I built this super mega huge aquarium for us to put it inside. So let's do a test now to see if it fits. Let's spawn the tropical fish, and yes, the size fits perfectly, and all 3 or 4 of them can even fit. Let me see. Yes, it fits a lot. 3 of these creatures. I might have exaggerated a little with the size, huh? Well, I just want only one of these megalodons to survive, so I will name it Leo GG U4V, and we have completed the transformation of all characters here in Minecraft. In this video, I'm going to transform mobs into dinosaurs again. Right here in front of me, I have 5 dinosaurs that I created in the last video, and over here are 5 more dinosaurs that I'm going to transform today. The last one on the list is the one you all requested the most and loved the most. So, the first dinosaur I'm starting with will be the Galamimus. The animal I'll transform into the Galamimus is the pig. Alright, let's get rid of this pig and start the transformation. To begin, I'll start with the legs. I'll add a cube here, another one on this side, one right here, and duplicate them twice more. Next, I'll add a claw here, one on the other side, and one more right here. I'll select this cube, duplicate it, and rotate it just like this to make this part of the foot. Now, I'll select this cube, duplicate it upward, and rotate it like this. I'll keep rotating and adding more pieces until it looks just right. After that, I'll add 3 more cubes, select them, and duplicate them to the other side. Then, I'll add a larger cube for the body, along with another piece to finish it. And there we go. The body is complete. Now let's work on the arms. I'll add a cube and rotate it like this. Place another one here, one on this side and one on the other side. Then I'll add one more here, another on the other side, and close it off like this. Finally, I'll add the claws and duplicate them for the other arm. Next up is the head. I'll start with the neck, adding one piece, then a smaller one, and an even smaller one after that. I'll fill in all the pieces carefully, since the Galamimus has a really long neck. Once the head is done, I'll attach the tail. And that's it. The Galamimus is complete. Now I just need to add some textures, and it looks amazing too. Let's see how it looks in Minecraft. Alright everyone, the Galamimus transformation is done. Special thanks to Ceto Master Drawer for suggesting this one. He told me that the Galamimus is actually faster than the Velociraptor. Wow, that's incredible. Since I found out the Galamimus is 6 meters tall, I made it much bigger than the Velociraptor. It's absolutely huge. You can even ride it, just like I did with the Velociraptor. Let's head over to the area where I built my habitats. The habitat for this dinosaur will have to be massive to match its size. From what I researched on Google, the true height of a Velociraptor is just 0.5 meters. So, considering that the standard Minecraft character is 2 blocks tall, I realized the Velociraptor needs to be much smaller. Let me clap my hands. Wait, no way, look at the size of the Velociraptor, and with the animation I made I can still ride it. Look at this, it's tiny. But for now, let's focus on building the Galamimus's habitat. I'll start over here. I'm going to create some mountains to make its habitat much larger, because, as you can see, its size is enormous. So I'll build it up like this. I'll keep adding sections here and smoothing out the mountains with the shovel I'm using. I'll also add some stones around to create a natural terrain, placing a few here and there, and some on this side too. It's starting to look like a really nice biome. Now I'll dig out a small hole over here, fill it with water to make a little lake, and add some edges with stones, switching between 2 block types to create some variation. Trees here and there. I think the biome looks pretty good now. It turned out better than I expected. I'll also use some bone meal to add a bit of grass and greenery so it doesn't look too dry. Now, let's bring the Galamimus over to its new habitat. Come on, let's go. And there you have it. It fits perfectly in here. Let's climb up and tie it to a lead so it stays in place. And that's it. The Galamimus and its biome are 100% complete. I'm going to give the Galamimus an 8 out of 10 because there are still other mobs in this video that are way cooler than this one, but I think I did a pretty good job. Let me know in the comments what rating you'd give for the Galamimus and its biome. Now, let's move on to the next one. Wow, the next one on our list is the Pterodactyl, which is a flying animal. This one was also suggested by a viewer, João Gabriel de Rocha Fonseca. So, don't forget to suggest a dinosaur you'd like to see in Minecraft too. For the Pterodactyl, I thought about transforming a parrot because its colors are similar, and it can also fly in Minecraft. I could have picked the phantom, but I'll go with the parrot. So, let's head over to the program and start transforming. The Pterodactyl is a flying animal, as you can see. I'll start with the body. I'll add a small piece here at the back, duplicate this cube, place it behind, rotate it, and shrink it like this to create a tail. Then I'll add another cube at the front, one on the side to give it more shape, one at this end, another on top, and a larger one. After that, I'll shape the body like this, adding a few more cubes to complete the base of the body. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but trust me, it's going to turn out great. Next, I'll add the legs. I'll add a cube and rotate it like this, duplicate it, place it here, and add a few more pieces. I'll also add claws and little toes to finish it off. Once that's done, I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. Then, I'll add a larger section for the ribs, one on each side. Now, for the wings, I'll add lots of cubes here, some at the back, and close it off like this. I'll select everything and duplicate it for the other side. Next, I'll add the little hand it has underneath, as you can see. I'll place a piece like this, another one here, a finger on this side, another here, and finish with the claws. I'll duplicate it twice more and then duplicate it for the other side as well. Now it's time to make the head. I'll start by adding the neck. One piece here, another one, and several cubes because the pterodactyl has a very long neck. Once the neck is done, I'll build the base for the head. This detail here will hold the eyes, and it's going to look super cool. After that, I'll add the beak. Start with a cube here, a larger one on top, a smaller one underneath, and a little piece to finish it off. I'll round it out, duplicate the top, and it's already starting to look like a pterodactyl. To finish the head, I'll add a crest on top. I think that's what it's called. I'll add an eyebrow here and another one on the other side. Now it's time to paint. I'll color this part brown, this section red, and add an eye right here like this. I'll paint the beak gray. Then, I'll add a few Minecraft-style details here and there to texture the pterodactyl properly. And it's done. For the animations, I made one for it walking, which allows it to stay on the ground. There's also a flying animation, which turned out super smooth and cool. I even added little hands to its wings, which gives it such an awesome detail. I think it's one of the best animations I've ever made. Finally, I created an idle animation where it opens and closes its wings. For those of you who know a lot about dinosaurs, let me know if I got this model right. In my opinion, I think I nailed it. And now I can finally see the pterodactyl. It's right there in its nest. So let's explore and see how it turned out. Is it aggressive? No, oh, whoa, get out of here. What is this? Is it aggressive? Oh my gosh, I didn't set it to be aggressive. I forgot to change that setting. Hold on, let me go into the configuration and fix this real quick. Okay, done. I know the pterodactyl is usually an aggressive mob, but I want to show you all its abilities first. It's such a cool character because it can fly. Look at the pterodactyl. It turned out so awesome. It's super cool, and we can also ride it. Yeah, it looks a little weird since it's so tiny, but still, it's really fun. I'm super happy with how its animations turned out. Now let's test if it can actually fly. I'm going to place a block here, and on top of it, I'll put a pig. Let's see if it's going to attack that pig. All right, let's go and... Oh, look at that. It's going for the pig. It's actually attacking it. And I'm not controlling it, I promise you all. It really flew over and attacked the pig. This is my first flying mob that I've ever created. It's so cool, but it's hard to control it because it keeps chasing that pig. Calm down, pterodactyl. But yeah, this animal is super aggressive. We can't leave it like this, or it's going to be a walking food farm. Now, we need to make a habitat for it because otherwise, it's going to be a danger to everyone. I managed to tweak its animation and now it's flying. Look how beautiful that is. I'll tie it up here for now. This thing is aggressive, let me tell you. The good thing is that it's not super big, so we won't need to build a giant habitat for it. Let's create the path over here, like this. I'll add some stone flooring, like so, and paint these areas just right. I'll add a few little rocks around here like I did before to make it look more mountainous. This is where its nest is going to be. Now let's open up this area a bit. I'll smooth out the edges and it's already looking really nice. I'll dig out a hole here to create a mountain and add a few falling rocks like this. Next, I'll decorate this area with some dead bushes, adding them along the path and a few vines hanging down like this to give it an older, more aged look. Let's add a couple here, and I'll also grab some leaves to place around the cave entrance. Wow, this is turning out so cool. I'll add a few more finishing touches and then show you how it looks. And now, the pterodactyl's habitat is finished. Check it out. I added lots of grass, vines, and even this nest for it. It turned out amazing. What do you think? Oh, it's fantastic. Jokes aside, leave a comment and let me know what you think about its habitat. In my opinion, this mob deserves a perfect 10 out of 10. And the habitat also turned out great. But trust me, there's more exciting stuff coming up in this video. The next one on our list is another one you've been asking me to make a lot. The Spinosaurus. It's a dinosaur that's both aquatic and can walk on flat land. Now, let's find a random mob to transform into it. Let's see. I'll transform it into a dog. Alright, let's head to the program and get started. We're going to make a Spinosaurus. For the modeling part, I'll start by adding the foot. You all already know how I do this. Alright, with the foot done, which you're all familiar with, I'll add a cube here, another one on top, and a much larger cube for this section. Spinosaurus has this thing on its back that kind of looks like a Ferris wheel. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it helps it swim better. So I'll add a piece of a cube here to create that, another one, and one on the top to make it a bit rounder. Then another here, and we'll leave it like that for now. I'll add the full wheel part in a bit. I've added another section to the body, which I'll round out later. Now, let's create the arms like this. duplicate them to the other side, and then add that wheel-shaped thing I mentioned earlier. I'll finish the neck and head and add a huge mouth to it. Another piece for the lower jaw, and for these sections, I'll duplicate a cube, move it over here, and round it out just like this. Next, I'll add a cube for the nostril and another one on the left side. Once that's done, it's time to paint it, and I'm going to work hard on this texture. I'll use green tones along with some lighter colors, and for the eyes, I'll make them green since I've never done that before. And it's done. I think this is the best model I've made so far, but there are still 2 more to go, so we'll see if I can outdo myself. Let's check it out in Minecraft. For the Spinosaurus, I think I created my best animation yet. It looks around, glancing from one side to the other. I was inspired by a real Spinosaurus animation, so please don't get mad at me like some of you did in the last video. I got a lot of complaints about the animations last time, so I put a lot of effort into this one. It has a walking animation where it looks from side to side, moving its tail very naturally. For its attack animation, I couldn't find any references for how it actually attacks, so I just made it bite. Anyway, let's see how it turned out in the game. Alright everyone, I've already transformed it, and as you can see, it's already in the water and heading off to attack other mobs. Look at its size. What on earth? Wow, look at that. It's almost bigger than this mountain. Okay, let's bring it over here and see how we can create a habitat for it because it's massive. Just look at this thing. Whoa, let's tie it up here and get started on its habitat. I'll start by digging a huge pit over here. I'm going to make it really big, just like you're seeing now. Let's dig it out over here and widen it up because I'm going to make it an aquatic habitat. I'll fill this whole area with water, add some trees, and decorate it a bit. I'll show you how it looks when it's done. And now it's 100% complete. The Spinosaurus biome is ready. Let's spawn a few fish in here so it has something to eat because we can't let the Spinosaurus go hungry. Alright buddy, come with me. You're going to stay here in your new habitat. Place a fence right here and feel free to roam. Just don't eat all the fish, okay? As for the habitat, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I've made better ones in this video, like the Galamimus. It turned out really great, and also the Triceratops, which, poor thing, is trying to escape right now. Anyway, the next one you all asked for is the Guan Long, suggested by Peeper2732. So let's make it. Time to transform. I'll keep things short. I'll narrate how I made the Guan Long. First, I added its legs with some sharper claws and built its entire body by adding the arms, legs, and tail. Pretty normal so far, just like you're used to. Then, I added a bunch of stripes to its body, kind of like a zebra, cause it seems to have a pattern like that. I also added a little detail to the tail. After that, I worked on its head and added a red accent on top and some fur details. And that's it. It's 100% done. Here, in front of me, is the Guan Long. Look how tiny it is. It's a little smaller than me, but since it's so small, it's also super speedy. And look at those eyes I made for it. They turned out so adorable. It's so cute. Wow, it turned out amazing. I'm giving it a perfect 10 out of 10, no doubt about it. I totally nailed this dinosaur in today's video. It turned out fantastic. Since it's such a small creature, it's a carnivore. But I'll let it share a habitat with the other one, so come on Guang Long, let's go. I'll have it live here with the pterodactyl. Since they're both tied up, I don't think there will be much trouble. Alright, now it's time for the last mob, the one you've all been asking for the most. Let's see. The last mob we're making in today's video is the Mosasaurus. Wow, this giant creature, how am I even going to make it? Its normal size is about 3.5 meters, but the biggest Mosasaurus, the Hoffmanni, could reach up to 17 meters long and weigh up to 6 tons. Whoa! I'll need to figure out how to transform it. I've decided to turn the Mosasaurus into a guardian. I'm sure it's going to end up being 1,000 times bigger than this temple, but let's go and transform it. So, I started by working on the head, making a full circumference and adding some cool details. Then, I added scales on top. Once the scales were done, I built the entire body using lots of cubes, rotating them to create that massive tail it has. After that, I added 4 flippers and the Mosasaurus was complete. Here's its animation for walking and attacking. It leaps up and bites your head. Guys, it's finished. Look at the size of this Mosasaurus. Whoa, I'm gonna grab a boat to compare its size to me while I'm inside the boat. Look at this, I can't even cross it. It moves so fast. Oh my goodness, look at that. With this size, I don't think I'll be able to make a habitat for it. Just look at how massive it is. So that's it for today. Leave a comment with more dinosaurs you'd like me to make, and don't forget to check out this other video.